I'm Leonie Saffy and I'm 15 years old and I do horse riding. I have a condition called Escobar syndrome, which is a lack of muscle, and I have a curved spine. My bones and muscles don't develop.
It's a condition that tightens up, so it's not so much progressive, but because the muscle is so damaged, it doesn't relax.
Daily things were hard. I had limited lung capacity, so I couldn't do much without getting out of breath.
During the adolescent years, the curve tends to progress really, really fast.
The doctors had told me that I had to have the surgery because it was putting pressure onto my lungs as the spine was moving.
We were convinced to try horse riding by her physiotherapist. They said that it's not going to fix it, it's not going to stop it, but it's going to make her core stronger so that when she has the surgery, she'll be in a better physical condition to recover.
I really loved it because I'd always wanted to do horse riding. When I got on a horse, it was like everything else just faded away. All the problems just disappeared. I was in my own world.
She just took to it straight away. She loved it. She was 10 at the time.
It completely strengthened all my muscles and it actually pushed the spine, started pushing it back into the right place.
She loved it so much and it was obviously so good for her. She'd gone from having 5-6 chest infections a year to having none.
My goal was to be able to ride for Britain, ride for Wales, and I achieved that goal last year. In 2016 I was selected for Wales and Britain.
She was going for 6-month checkups then with a spinal surgeon who was saying, you know, good news, nothing's happened, nothing's moved, see you again in 6 months. We continued past 11, 12, 13.
And it made me feel like the horse riding could fix what it was.
We went for an appointment with her spinal surgeon when she was 14 and he saw a marked progression.
I could feel that all my organs were pushed to one side because my spine was crushing them and it was curved more than it used to be.
We'd never really had more than 1 or 2 degrees and she progressed 12 degrees in 6 months.
So they said it's getting to the point you need to have it now.
She was in theatre for 11 hours.
2 metal titanium rods into my back, both on the side of my spine, and 20 titanium screws, and it's to hold the spine in place so that when my muscles do grow and they do develop, my spine can't curve at all, it will stay straight. They said, right, you're going to have 12 months off. I said, I can't have 12 months off. I've got too much on the line, I've got too much competitions to qualify for. And he said, well, we'll try 9. And I said, that's still too long. I said to him, if I can get myself back to full fitness by 6, will you let me ride the horse if you check on me before I start riding? And he said, right, let's see how it goes.
From that day, she was back on the gym ball, she was doing resistance bands, she was up and down the stairs.
About 3 months I started doing exercises at the gym and I was doing boxing.
She doesn't moan. I don't think I've ever heard her say no, ever.
She was basically counting down the days until she could get back on jack.
And I went back and he said I could ride and it was the best feeling that I didn't have to wait another 6 months. It was the best feeling to just be back on and be able to go in my own world with just me and my horse.
She just, everything you ask, she just tries and does it in a real natural.
I do wear a body protector that does secure my upper body in place so that it gives me more protection around my spine. But when you love something like riding, you're not really thinking about all the things that could go wrong. You're just sort of thinking about what you want to do, what you love, what you're going to do next, what your goal is. Good boy. Recently I had my first competition. I got off and thought, I've missed this so much.
There isn't a great deal of grassroots funding. When you get funding off people like OCS at this sort of level, that will basically fund a whole season for her, so it's fantastic.
I just want to be able to go to the Olympics and show what I can do.
I'm just so proud of her.
Yeah.
No, I really am.
If I had not had the condition, I don't think I'd have ever ended up where I am now, riding. That's why I can be grateful for my condition, even though it has its faults sometimes. I wouldn't change who I am for anything because if it wasn't for it, I wouldn't be riding where I am now.